Yo. It's Schlemp O'Clock. I'm doing something a little different today. We are going through my Master Duel replays. I've got some funny stuff in here, and they're just kind of chilling. Also, did my compulsory knuckle crack this video. I'll get over that someday. But that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is to look at funny replays. I believe this one is a Dark Magician mirror match. I think this is probably how I'll continue Master Duel content, unless like I get like a guest or something. So, you know, my whole plan there, I'm just gonna like save up some good replays and go for it. So I guess we can start speeding up here. So what I did there was just put Magician Souls on the top of my deck. They summon up their Dark Magician setups. So I saved this replay because it's a Dark Magician mirror match, which I thought was kind of cool. I was testing my Dark Magician deck, and then I find another one, which is just wacky. So Piercing the Darkness, they have Eternal Soul, but I didn't really fear it all that much because they didn't really have, you know, let's go ahead and pause real quick just to catch up. Yep, Dark Magician's here. So just to be clear, I knew this was Eternal Soul because Dark Magician, they added Dark Magic Attack or 1,000. My face is in the way. Whoops. There we go. They added Dark Magic Attack or 1,000 Knives, but that doesn't get set, so I didn't really have to worry about it too much. Jeez, video, please. I wish to select my face cam. Let's put me up here. There we go. That looks good. Make me a little bigger. Yeah, that's probably good. We good? We're good. That's nice. So now we've got our Dark Magician on the field. I can banish something, choose to banish Eternal Soul. Also get to draw a card. Things are just looking up, you know? Draw, banish. Eternal Soul leaves the field, which means all your cards get destroyed. Bond between teacher and student. You know you love to see it. I also get to set Dark Burning Magic. Soul Servant, get to draw 2 cards. Bada bing, bada boom. Magician Salvation, boom. I will say, this is by no means a good Dark Magician deck. I've seen a lot of, like, really good Dark Magician decks since I've made this, and I know this needs a lot of tweaking. But it's a very gimmicky one. Because when I make decks based around archetypes like this, I try to make it kind of pure to that archetype. You know, it's like, it's hard for me to like look at Dark Magician stuff and go like, and here's the Ash Blossom, here's the Max C, here's Chicken Game, here's Upstart Goblin. It's like, I get those help, but it just doesn't look right to me. Also, apparently Palladium Oracle Mahad just doesn't belong in these decks. I did not know that, but now I do. So now I get to punch my opponent in the face a few times. Here it comes. Here comes the big one. Never mind, it was Dark Magical Circle. There it is, Super Poly. Which I think is so funny to see here, because they use Super Poly on both of my monsters to get the Dark Magicians. It's like this guy he probably runs something in here to specifically use Super Poly. So it's just so funny to me that he has it here. Like he uses it to actually get a Dark Magician boss monster. Anyway, go ahead and banish this. I also get to draw. I also get to select my Dark Magician and bring my Dark Magician Girl back. Just a lot of things. Dark Magician Girl, boom. Get a Magician Soul in my hand. Infinite Impermanence, which I'm not sure. Oh, maybe he could. It's the Dark Magician's effect. Dark Magician Girl gets negated. Yeah, I tried to see if... I think this is back when I was still learning the difference between destroy and negate when it comes to trap and spell cards, so I wanted to see if imperm would count. So he sets another Eternal Soul. I'm not super concerned about that, because I have a Dark Magician in my hand. I was really hoping he wouldn't do that, because I'd feel bad. But he did. So he uses his, gets his Dark Magician on the field in attack mode for some reason. Then I summon mine from my hand. Dark Magical Circle, banishes Eternal Soul. Also, I summon Dark Magician, so Piercing the Darkness. draw a card, banish that. Its effect activates. Also, I activate Secrets of Dark Magic to be funny, and he didn't appreciate that. So yeah, Dark Magician Mirror match went my way. I think this is another Dark Magician duel, but against Dragon Maids, I think. I was really happy with my Dark Magician deck because it was actually like contending with meta stuff until, you know, more meta stuff came out. Oh, this is different. This is very different than what I was expecting. Ooh la la, a different thing. Zombie world. A different thing, that's crazy. This man played the story gate, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And he just did it. Like, I vibe with it, honestly. Do a bit of a trade-in. Get rid of my Gizmek, draw 2 cards. Activate Gizmek's effect. Set banish the top 8 cards. Summon Gizmek. Pot of Desires. So not getting a whole lot of stuff, so I figured I'd just start banishing stuff for more ammunition for this little booger, who I assume I'm sending now. Oh, bye. Boom. This card summoned. Oh. Ghost Ogre. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let that fly. Which also works out really well for me, because when Necroface is normal summoned, all banished cards get shuffled back into the deck, and then it gains 100 attack for every card sent back to the main deck. On both sides. That's a lot of attack. Main phase 2, end phase. I also have another Gizmek round in my graveyard, should I need him. You know we out there for more funny stuff. Wow, wow, that's the most unfortunate banish I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how I felt when this first happened, but I can tell you it really hurts now. Oof, and it's an Eldlik player. Honestly, cringe. Pot of Extravagance. Banish some cards from my extra deck. Draw 2. Getting kind of wacky. Banish some more cards because I'm hilarious. Banish my extra deck to summon Eater of Millions. Discard these 2 to summon this. Activate its effect. Blow everybody away. 9600 attack. More than enough to handle this opponent. And we win the duel. Ah, you'd love to see it. Let's see, DJ. Who were you? Were you? Because they're in the Shadow Realm now. Rest in peace, DJ. Rest in peace. Yeah, the Shadow Realm is heaven. That's the 4Kids dub. I'll send you to heaven, Yugi! Ooh, Dark Magician again. Let's go. You kind of love to see it. Magician Salvation, immediately. You know the vibes. Max C, yeah, I wasn't doing any of that. Bold of you to assume I can special summon on my first turn. Why did I go with this? So quick disclaimer, this is before I learned that you should absolutely chain that effect. So you should typically play Dark Magical Circle and then play Soul Servant to then get whatever card you want on the top of the deck. Because, you know, it's Dark Magician or a spell or trap that mentions Dark Magician. So you could put anything there. I think the most typical one in that scenario, it should probably be... Oh god, I've like just missed my chance right now. What am I talking about? I guess just probably Dark Magician at this point, based on this setup I have. Like, I guess you typically get this. Hey, Desk, you want to chill out? But yeah, I didn't know about that, but I just, in that turn, summoned this, got my Dark Magician protection on the field, got a way to summon Dark Magician Girl from my deck, and Magician Soul's on the top. But the problem is, I don't have a Dark Magician in my hand, so this is pointless, which makes this pointless. Old duel, as you can tell. I've gained a little bit more experience, and it's oh brother, this is a replay, and I'm still upset that I have to look at this. Foolish burial. Oh brother, it just upsets me still. Vampire Fräulein. I remember this is especially annoying because the whole time I'm getting a message like, hey, Eternal Soul wants to activate, you want to use it? No, I don't. Also, they sent Magician Salvation back to my hand, which is just weird. Excuse me. So up against a Fateful Adventure Vampire. Put this back. Let's see if I do this sequence right. So in order to do this sequence right, I should go for Harpy's Feather Duster to bait this negate. That should be what's supposed to happen here. And then I use this because you... When a card or effect is activated. Yes, so anything. So what I should do here, because he can't negate this one. He was summoned off this effect. But what I absolutely should do here is Harpy's Feather Duster to bait this negation. Let's see if I do it. Hey, we in there. And he negates. Beautiful. Shuffle back into the deck. That gets negated, which is exactly what I wanted, because now I have Magician Soul in my hand. Send that away. Bada bang, bada boom. Bring out my Dark Magician. You know the vibes. Dark Magical Circle. Banish whatever that is. Who cares? Bond between teacher and student. You'll love to see it. Dark Burning Magic. Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Soul Servant. Get to draw 2. And I drew Palladium Oracle Mahad, which means I get to summon him. Eye of Timaeus. Target Dark Magician. Key gone. Time for, presumably, Dark Magicians. Yup. Love to see it. Battle phase. Attack this. Boom. Eternal Soul activates. Summon Dark Magician. Wow, I was really smart there. I was really smart there. Using that added up attack and then summoning Dark Magician. Wow, I'm just a genius. Also, I used a trap effect. Means I get to draw a card. Boom. You're destroyed now. Attack. And attack. Do I do what I'm... Nope. Well, actually, I don't know what's in this extra deck right now. Oh, geez, only 6 cards? Oof. So now what you should typically do, since I don't have another Dark Magician available, nowadays I run Wee Witch's Apprentice, which is I don't remember the full effects. Put up Wee Witch Apprentice. I can do that. But basically, just Link summoning with it would let me get Dark Magician back in the graveyard, giving me another target for Eternal Soul, which would kind of make this card... Actually, no, it wouldn't, because I have this. So basically, that is technically a misplay, but only because I didn't know it existed yet. I didn't know what play I should have made. I like how I look over here because that's where my camera is, or like where I could see myself, and my camera's here. I should get a little better at that. You activated a spell effect, which means I get to draw a card. You know the vibes. Can I use this from the graveyard? Yes, I can. Hand, deck, or graveyard? Why is deck and graveyard capitalized, but hand isn't? Anyway, this gets destroyed because of this. End phase. I imagine a surrender very quickly. Yep. Never mind. Way to go, DJ. You took it. Okay. All right, next is Jicey. If you're excited for this new replay series, be sure to like and subscribe. Ooh, it's our first instance of Cubics. Oh, it's this one. Ayo, this is a speed up one for sure, for sure. All right, so I'm up against a Trap Tricks deck. I like how I sped it up and immediately paused. I'm up against a Trap Tricks deck, which means I hate my life. Basically, I don't get to summon things. Like, all these trap cards can be recycled, and there's nothing I can do until I can get them off the board. So we get started. Just go for a random trap card. Cubic Dharma. Wabaku. Probably wasn't going to get to do anything anyway. That got destroyed. Not the best case scenario for me. Summon Duza. Send Cubic Karma to the graveyard. Use its effect. Get Crimson Nova in my hand. Set a card. So, right there, I couldn't remember. Honestly, I remember as that happened. I just couldn't remember if Wabaku was just no damage or no monsters and no damage. So I just had to punch it and see. Yeah, just had to punch it, you know? So I have Crimson Nova in my hand, but I decided to set that for protection's sake because it doesn't have spell or trap protection. I remember I actually added Dark Illusion to my Cubic deck after this fight because I was so tired of Crimson Nova getting stunted by card effects. So yeah, Trap Tricks players, very stall-based. Also, I feel like that was a misplay not attacking Duza there. Trap card gets destroyed, but that card's actually better in the graveyard. Cubic Wave. Attack. Mostly I was curious, like, if there were non-summon based trap cards in there. Like, if there's like a Mirror Force, I would probably need to know sooner rather than later. Summon more lollies, you know how it is. I mean, I guess I hope you don't. And bottomless trap hole is put back on the field. It really bothers me you can't select them here. Like, I know what card this is. Let me see it. Use Cubic Dharma, get Duza back in my hand. Summon up again, recycle his effect. He gets banished this time, but I am still able to send Cubic Karma or Cubic Wave to the graveyard. And then I have a dastardly idea. Summoning up Crimson Nova, letting him be destroyed, and then not doing anything, I guess? I feel like I know what that strategy was. Summon this up. My life points are 2,000 lower than yours. So yeah, those two get banished because of the wording of that effect, but I keep one V-Jom on the field, which is very important. What cards are in my extra deck right now? Yep, that figures. Was not good at constructing extra decks back then. So now I give this card a Cubic counter. Let's pause real quick. I give this card a Cubic counter, which means I can now target any of these with card effects, right? Your opponent cannot target Trap Tricks monsters you control except this one with card effects. I needed to be able to do that, so I negated this effect. Duza's back on the field. He gets banished immediately, but that's fine because his effect does not get negated. Send a Cubic Karma away, activate its effect. Bring another Crimson Nova to my hand. This battle is actually the reason I wanted to do this series for so long. I guess not for so long, but you know. Alright, he summons Unchained Abomination, has to wait to the end phase to destroy my V-Jom, and here comes Destiny Draw, right here. Boom. No protection, you're done. With this back row removed, I summon up my Crimson Nova. Boom. One Cubic Wave. And another Cubic Wave. And that's game. You love to see it. That was the most protagonist round I think I've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, getting my setup right, but just having to rely on the heart of the cards. Beautiful. And I know exactly what this one is too, and this one's super cool as well. This is from the Synchro Xyz Festival. And I was using a deck that's a combination of Phantom Knights and the Junk archetype. Which I don't think you actually see very many Phantom Knights cards in this duel. And I was up against a Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Come on, you gotta admit that's pretty cool. Using Yusei's deck, using Yusei cards against Jack cards, that's just epic. Like, come on. Ah, brother. Oh my god. Immediate. Oh, right, Chaos Ruler, not Red Dragon Archfiend. So I was honestly pretty happy with that because he sent a lot of good spell cards to the graveyard. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. So I noticed right away I was in trouble. Because, you know, the Red Dragon Archfiend monsters use more than one tuner per synchro summon. Bada bang, bada boom. Archfiend Abyss. And he's still going. He's still got things to do. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. So I was in a bit of a tough spot. Luckily, I drew the out immediately. This just felt so cool. Like, I would understand if you thought this battle was staged in some way because of how fitting the matchup is. But I swear to you, it's not. So now I get to do my synchro summon. Wouldn't you know it, my boss monster is also a Red Dragon Archfiend. So let's take a look at my extra deck real quick. So as you can see, here's all the Phantom Knights based ones. And then down here, we got Satellite Warrior, Stardust Dragon, Road Warrior, Shooting Riser Dragon, Junk Archer, Nitro Warrior, and Junk Warrior. And in the graveyard, we have Junk Speeder. And also we have this guy. So basically, I tried to make a good mix because, you know, I kind of associate Synchros with the Junks and then Xyz with the Phantom Knights. So I wanted to stick them together and see how it worked. And it actually did work pretty well. But yeah, typically the strategy was, it did devolve down to Junk Speeder, but it was weird because they would almost never match, or they never mix, basically. Like, I would get one or the other somehow. I think the closest I got was using the level 4 Trap Monster with Jet Synchron to make Junk Speeder. But, like, it was very infrequent. Anyway, we get to attack. And that's really all we can do. Set Mystical Space Typhoon, because I still believe that card was, you know, better than something else. Like, Twin Twisters in this deck would hit because of all the Phantom Knights and Quillbolt Hedgehog. So he moves towards battle. I activate my effect to try and banish his field, not really realizing that he wanted that. So he negates my effect, which includes my attack boost. That gets destroyed, and then he does something crazy. Forbidden Lance makes me lose 800. Out of desperation, I use Mystical Space Typhoon to try and get something. Doesn't work. And he decides to crash, which is a very good option for him, in all honesty. So it's down tremendous right now. But luckily, I have this, which lets me summon this, activate its effect, bring my Junk Synchron back from the dead. Jet Synchron, get rid of my Quillbolt, summon that up. Quillbolt Hedgehog's effect activates, summon him, Synchro summon it up into the one and only Junk Warrior. Bada bang, bada boom. Its effect activates, but also Synchron Carry's effect activates, which lets me get a 1000 attack level 2 token. Yep, level 2. I get my attack boost. Go ahead and Synchro summon one more time just to keep him from doing anything wacky into Shooting Riser Dragon. Activate its effect, send a Quillbolt Hedgehog away, putting it down to level 5. This, I was actually like really happy with this play because in case I needed to summon Satellite Warrior, I believe it is a quick effect of yours. Yeah, it's a quick effect that if he does something, I can Synchro summon into Satellite Warrior and be all spooky. But we decide to go for the attack here. Boom. And boom. I hope this guy thought this round was as cool as I did, because I thought this was super cool. Getting to go through, like, and not getting any Phantom Knights cards in the process, just using, like, the pure Yusei side of this deck. Okay, I guess there's one, which I set, yeah, just in case. Because it's a Jack Atlas deck. He might have had Battle Fader. But yeah, we go for the attack there. So cool. So amazing. Yami Loki, if you're out there and seeing this somehow, you rock, and I hope we get a rematch someday. Next up, there's actually a room battle. This fight isn't staged. We were talking on Discord, but it wasn't staged. But yeah, this one's real stupid. As you can see, running a cubic deck. Oh, and it's a friend, so I can see, He's using his wind-up deck, throwing a lot of stuff down that I don't understand and will never read in my life. Throw down that. Smart move. Smart. I don't know if that was a smart move. Again, I'm never going to read those cards. I got to be honest. Cubic Dharma. Send Cubic Karma away. Get Dark Illusion in the draw. And get to summon up. I put a V on. Whoa, it was over there. He's over there now. Set those two. End of the turn. He's going to Xyz summon. Yeah, there he goes. It took me a second. I was like, wait, is he? Yes, he is. Turns out when two monsters effect activates to put them in the same level, they're going to Xyz summon. Took me a second. But yeah, he actually destroys my monster and my protection for said monster because it was face down. Which, because of this, I could have put it face up and probably survived. And speaking of surviving, I wasn't doing a whole lot of that. But I had 2 Crimson Novas in my hand, and I felt pretty good about that. I'm still not sure why he did that. But hey, it worked, I guess. What did he just attach? It was this guy. All right, get rid of that. Get this, and we have our Hilarious. Boom. Cubic Karma's effect activates. Put a Crimson Nova in our hand. Unification of the Cubic Lords activates. Send them all to the graveyard. Who needs them? We don't, because we got the big one. Crimson Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord. Every time he attacks, he halves your life points. And then he can attack again, and also have your life points again. It's a good card. Very difficult to get in your hand, but a good card. Ooh, just a few more left. Who we got? Who we got? Ooh, my Neos deck. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, God. This poor soul. Ow. Neos Fusion gets banished. Oh, God. I just remember how this duel goes, and I just goes and I feel bad. Summon up my Keeper of Dragon Magic. Discard that. Corrosive Scales. Here, you know the vibes. Got another Neos Fusion in my hand. Summon it. True activate it. Boom. A lot of that now. Jeez. So we have these insect counters, but the corrosive scales don't work. Oh my God. That was a lot of damage in just one round. I have nothing but SRs in the field. He's an insect now, by the way. Not entirely sure what he's going for. Insector Gigantus! And, yeah. You know how this story goes. I feel a little bad about that one. That one I feel a little bad about. Man, just want to play with some bugs. I'm sorry. I like that Neos deck. I feel like I don't use it enough. It's really fun. I gotta juice it up. Hey, and here it is again, though. Oh, I remember this one. This one's stupid. This one's real dumb. First of all, don't know why I summoned this on the first turn. I think I wasn't aware that you needed another target. But I figured it was good protection anyway. Because it can summon things up pretty easily. And immediately I groan. Ugh. 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 Thankfully, he doesn't have Call by the Grave. Summon this in defense mode, summon that in defense mode. Boom. And thankfully these don't have like that thing where they're banished. Ugh, numerons. Disgusting. Alright, summon this. Set this, but immediately activate it because that's its effect. Xyz summon into the one, the only Time Thief Redoer. Very fun card, very hilarious. Battle phase, just punch him. I was pretty confident in my effect. End phase. I think it's this first draw that the weird thing happens. No. Okay, but this does give me a bit of a hint as to what his deck looks like. It had Threatening Roar, which made me really not worry about that trap card. Does another Numeron network. Summons them up. Thankfully, though, I had a plan, and it involved leaving. So basically, with that effect, it's trap. If you discard a trap, that was tough. You send one card, you send one face-up card, to the top of your opponent's deck, and then if you detach a monster, he gets banished until the end phase, which I figured was preferable to losing him. Also, I probably would have lost anyway if they got into 2,000. So I let them do 4,000 damage, but I put their Numeron network at the top of their deck. So now the end phase, Time Thief comes back, just in time for the next standby phase where I get to draw from the top of his deck. But not before Threatening Roar activates, which I was kind of fine with. Get his Numeron network, activated immediately because I was under no threat. Drew double or nothing, kind of unfortunate, but luckily I have my Phantom Knights in the graveyard to give me some funny stuff. Get this, set it. I'm pretty sure I thought I could use it immediately. Like it wasn't as quick as the game made it seem there. But Okay, so let's just talk about this real quick. This confused me. The fact that he just was running one copy of Obelisk the Tormentor. But why? Why would you do that? Why? I saw that and I was like, was that Obelisk? And it was. I sucked up the god. And he has another Numeron network because of course he does. And you know the vibes, had to leave again, take back your Obelisk. Ow. Ow. And I wouldn't be shocked if he thought, like, he just won it all there, but, you know, he didn't. Unfortunately, had to use that trap card, but I think it was worth it. Also, he has Kaiser Glider, and they're all banished now. Time Thief is back. Draw Magic Cylinder, pretty helpful. Get Raigeki, which just would have been annoying. Activate this effect. Draw a card. Set some cards. Miracle Contact. I'm not sure why I didn't attack. I think I just kind of wanted to wait it out. Uses Terraforming. Gets his third Numeron network. I was just glad it was over. Summons Copycat. Of all things. Oh, that's right. He used all his Numeron callings. Get his Numeron wall, which would have been just annoying. Uses Ring of Destruction, which presumably he had on the field the whole time. Like, he had this on since the beginning, right? I don't know why he waited till now to use it when I summoned monsters stronger than this. Banish that. Get my Phantom Knights of Tattered Cloak, or Silent Boots. Seize them together. Get my other Break Sword. Detach. Destroy Copycat and that. Activate its effect. Summon these two back to the field. Level 4 now. Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. It's just a long match. Battle. Destroy. And of course he had another Numeron wall in his hand, but I'm glad I attacked with the most powerful. That gets sent back to my deck, which is just plain annoying. Go to my extra deck. Put that on the field, because I'll probably need it. And here's where it gets even more stupid. You know, we're just drawing, doing our thing. Felt vindicated that he actually had Mirror Force. And then he Monster Reborns Obelisk. Which just annoyed the hell out of me. And I don't know why this worked, but he left. I don't know why. Time Thief comes back. Like, I was reading Obelisk's effect. Oh, he's gone. Hang on. I gotta look. This card's can't be normal summon. Neither player can target this card with card effects. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned to the graveyard. But why? Why could I target it? But the heart of the cards deemed me the winner, and more importantly, deemed Diego the loser. I just realized his name is YT. Hang on. Can we find him on YouTube? No. Don't add that number to FaceTime. Thank you very much. Let's find him on the YouTube, shall we? If he actually exists, don't harass him. He doesn't exist. Still don't harass him. We're getting to the present day. All right. Pot of Extravagance. Back to the Neos deck. I was really feeling the Neos deck for a while. Oh, Jesus. Skill Drain. Oh, this one was weird. I wasn't sure which one made it so that went away, but, you know, whatever. Decided if Skill Drain was going to be on the field, why not just summon a big beat stick? Did a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Eldlick. I don't know why Neos Fusion didn't activate there. I'm unsure. Hello. That effect activates, which will let me get one warrior monster to my hand. Miracle Contact, just gonna have to do. Summon Limit, which, hey, you know what? Whatever. Send a Neos back to my deck, and the Phantom Knight back to the deck as well. Summon Brave Neos, and end the turn there. Finally, his attack goes back down. I love to think this is the most strategy an Eldlick player has ever used. And here's where things get really weird with the protagonist draw. Get Favorite Hero, which is an equip spell that goes to elemental heroes. Alright. So let's go over this. Favorite Hero. Equip only to a level 5 or higher hero monster. If you control a card in your field zone, the equipped monster gains attack equal to its original defense. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. At the start of the battle phase, you can activate one field spell directly from your hand or deck. There's already one out, so who cares? When the equipped monster attacks and destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can send this card to the graveyard. The attacking monster can make a second attack in a row. Destiny draw, I tell ya. So he gets rid of a card with equal or higher attack to destroy me. Doesn't work because of Neos Fusion in the graveyard. Get rid of Favorite Hero. I also try to activate my effect because I kind of forgot about Skill Drain. And then I go for this next attack. Boom. Boom. This is what big brain time looks like. And now finally, this one. This was in the Duelist Cup. Very spicy. Which one is this, I wonder? Is this a runic game, I think? Maybe, possibly? Oof, hand looking stupid, though. It's runic. Yep, alright, here we go. I think this is the one that can't read. What's the difference between this and Pot and Prosperity? I guess it's just... Oh, it's just Excavate. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Is this, limited? No? It's actually not a bad card to run, like, always. Harpy's Feather Duster. Huggin. So this confused me. Oh, right. You can discard one... Oh, no, not that. If another card you control be destroyed by card effect, you can banish this card you control instead. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, return this card to the extra deck. Which I saw and I was just annoyed by. So went with this, got rid of that because I didn't know what those trap cards could be. Went for reasoning. And we're waiting. And we're walking. Oh my god. This took a while, huh? And as always, it was Max C. Cubic Karma activates. Put a Dooza in my hand. Decided to just go for Crimson Nova. So he negated my effect. Oh, that's right. This is the deck that like mills a bunch of stuff out. Right. So I summon Dooza, activate its effect, send a Cubic Wave away, and then I go for a Link summon into one of my favorite cards right now, Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, and it was used with Crimson Nova, which means it's immune to card effects and can't be targeted by them. Because again, I didn't know what these face down cards were because I had never encountered this archetype before. So, if they can summon monsters from the extra deck and use card effects a lot, then why not summon something that can't be targeted or affected by card effects, can attack multiple times, and can banish any card on the field? Science! And the good thing is, he hasn't exactly milled things I actually need yet. Put another Crimson Nova in my hand before he gets a chance to banish it. Activate Cubic Dharma. Get the other Crimson Nova? Yep. Yep. I basically have everything I used to Link Summon back already. Boom. Choose to go for the banish? Yep. I don't even know what this card has done, what this card does. Oh, right. This is a graveyard effect or something. Decide to banish this. That was actually bait, which I was kind of impressed by, to be honest. That was just good. I don't even remember that. That was just a good move. This thing again. Banishing a whole lot of my cards. Very annoying. It's basically Pot of, whatchamacallit? Avarice? Yeah, Pot of Avarice every turn. Banishing a lot of my cards, but I had 7 left. And then Card of Demise, yada yada. That goes back to the hand. Who cares? Foolish Burial Goods. I wasn't really willing to use that. I just realized, like, okay, I need to kill you. Solemn Judgment. Halved his own life points to get that. But he seemed to forget I had another one in my hand. And at this point, if he did a second Solemn Judgment, like, all yours, Chief. And then I get to beat him up. Target one face-up monster. Yep, special summon. Funny thing is, I don't actually care. And he actually does I think he does like the worst thing possible right now. Okay, no, he targets the correct card. But the problem is, he really just shouldn't have done anything there. Because the round was over, he lost. So this is pretty crazy. He special summons a runic monster from his extra deck to the extra monster zone. Same card again. He adds 1 runic spell to his hand, but unfortunately the round is still over for him. So he targets Crimson Nova. It doesn't work because it has 0 attack. And that's GG's. Suck it. Man. Blackluster Soldier like teetering on the edge there. Oh boy. So that is every replay I have saved in Master Duel. I can delete all these now. and maybe start saving up some new ones for you, some new funny ones. Probably less of a span. I guess it was just since August, because I just didn't have anywhere to put these. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, favorite, share. Tell your favorite rabbi about this channel. We're at 26 subscribers? Is it 26? Is it 26 subscribers? I hate this bit. Yes. 26. We're doing good. If we can reach 30 before the end of the year, well, that'd just be hype. Do all the things. Schlempo out.